Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you Scrub Zero. I'm upset already because I had to read you this nonsense, and I shouldn't have had to because something in the settings was just being stupid. Because apparently technology doesn't know how to work the way I needed to. So you know, so I'm not gonna record it again. Because if I record it again, then I gotta wait to put it out, and I want this out. It should have been uploaded now. It said there's no sound on it. And now I got to do all the work I just did over again. So I guess the sabotage is real. I really guess the sabotage is real. That's fine. Let's go. So I got a notification on my iPad. Story came out from Etan Thomas on basketballnews.com. Shout out to Etan Thomas and basketballnews.com. Isaiah Thomas, Kenny Anderson, Sherman Douglas have Kyrie Irving's back. I'm not as serious as I thought it would be, whatever. Prior to the start of last season, Kyrie Irving called the media pawns. It stated that would be his preference if he didn't speak to them at all. And it appears as though many are dedicated to holding a grudge for the rest of their days. Oh, that's, yeah. But did Kyrie Irving have a valid point? Or the members of the media who fall into that category are the only ones offended by those comments? I, being Etan Thomas, in that situation, didn't take offense because I know he wasn't talking about me. As the saying goes, if the shoe fits, there you go. And, Kyrie Irving's words should have resulted in a lot of the media taking a hard and long look in the mirror instead of getting their notepads in a bunch. See what he did there? I hope he did. I'm not going to explain it. A pawn is defined as a person used by others for their own purposes. So from that standpoint, was Kyrie on to something? For instance, recall last year's dramatic articles and commentary projecting disaster on the Brooklyn Nets in the preseason. Hypothetical and eventual combination of three of the game's most gifted scorers led to the media assuming they'd be unwilling to share the ball. There were accusations that Kyrie would be uncoachable. There were reports claiming he no longer cared about the game of basketball and more of the like. But didn't all of that disappear as soon as the season started? Some members of the media were even calling for Kyrie Irving to retire before the season began. Creating baseless gossip and chit-chat for ratings, clicks, and shares is very pawn-like. Isn't that the script that the media is following? Looks like that to me. Look at the evidence. Articles with anonymous sources claiming that the Nets are looking to move Kyrie. Commentators drumming up baseless trade chatter and spreading rumors that Kevin Durant secretly wants Kyrie gone. Reports that if Kyrie is traded, he'll retire. Suggestions that a Ben Simmons swap is even in the realm of possibility, etc., etc. Isn't it interesting that so much of the noise seems to magically disappear as soon as he starts playing? I'm sure that will be the case again as soon as this season begins. That usually means reports and commentary and anonymous sources never really had any substance in the first place, but were just more media noise that was manufactured to create chatter in the slow months for ratings. Again, very pawn-like. To weigh in on Kyrie Irving's never-ending battle with the media, Etan Thomas asked NBA Hall of Famer, Detroit Pistons legend, and television analyst Isaiah Thomas for his thoughts on the matter. Here is what Isaiah Thomas had to say to Etan Thomas. I respect the independence that Kyrie has shown throughout this entire process, just like we do as professional athletes. We as human beings, we as fathers, husbands, brothers, Sometimes we get it wrong. And at the same time, sometimes the media gets it wrong. And when the media gets called out on being wrong, their response is almost, how dare you? One side could be wrong, so can the other side. So don't jump on me when I'm wrong, but be quiet when you're wrong. You received information about me and what I'm thinking and what my intentions are. And whoever told you that didn't tell you correctly. Whoever told you that didn't tell you correctly. Now, this is what I meant. This is my voice. This isn't whatever source. This is my voice. So respect my voice. And that's what Kyrie has been saying. He has been very authentic in his voice. Doesn't sound like Etan Thomas took Kyrie's comment personally, does it? Doesn't sound like that to me. But you know, some people just, and oh yeah, I'm still mad about having to do this over, but that's who cares? I care, that, and that's the thing. I'm gonna skip a little bit of it. And here's some more that Isaiah Thomas had to say. Let's be clear, Kyrie's special. If he's not, in fact, I'll read the whole thing before that. The LeBron James led Cleveland Cavaliers. He said Cavs, but the Cleveland Cavs that came back and beat the Golden State Warriors after they had a 73-game night season. And LeBron James was off the charts in every statistical category. But the Cleveland Cavs do not win the championship without Kyrie Irving on that team. Isaiah Thomas. This one, Isaiah Thomas. Put me down on record. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, put him down on record. Brooklyn Nets, with the team constructed the way it is, cannot and will not win the championship if he's not there, period. Let's be clear. Kyrie is special. If he's not beating you from the perimeter off the dribble, he's knifing through the paint wherever he chooses with an array of dribble moves, crossovers, step backs, and finishing in traffic. He is both-handed, which in basketball terms equates to being ambidextrous. He can finish with his left or his right hand, regardless of the size of the shot blocker or the number of people occupying the lane. His layup package is on a different planet. Oh wow, I kind of messed up. So after Thomas said that they're not winning the championship without Kyrie Irving. That's where his scouts ended. It's continued writing about how special Kyrie is, and I certainly agree with that. But don't take Thomas's word for it. Don't believe me. Allow legendary NBA point guard and New Jersey Nets fan favorite Kenny Anderson to tell you himself. Here is what Kenny Anderson had to say to Etan Thomas on the matter. As far as the great point guards go, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Allen Iverson, Stephen Curry, Oscar Robertson, and you got to put Kyrie in the next mix. He's one of the best that ever played the game. He's so talented. His ball handling skills are exceptional. He's hitting his shot from long range and short range. He can do it all. He's just a great player. I love watching him. He's one of my favorite players. The Nets would be crazy to even think about trading him. They're favorites to win everything. I don't believe that they're seriously thinking about trading him. I think that's something the media came up with to have something to talk about before the season starts. We got the best player in the league, Kevin Durant. You heard what Kenny Anderson said, Kevin Durant. Let us continue. The best player. With the best point guard in the league, that being Kyrie Irving. And an unstoppable scoring James Harden. So no, trading Kyrie from the Nets' perspective shouldn't even come into their minds and definitely shouldn't come out of their mouths as even a consideration. And that is what Anderson's had to say. And there is statistical evidence to back it up. Last season, Kyrie Irving had the best regular season of his 10-year career, averaging 26.9 points per game, 6.8 assists per game, and 4.8 rebounds per game. He became just the ninth player in NBA history to join the exclusive 50-40-90 club. remember the 3-point line came into existence 1979. I want to say, if I have my years correctly, it was 1979, late 70s certainly. He shot 50%, 50.6% from the field overall, 40.2% from three, and 92.2% from the charity stripe. He joined the likes of Stephen Curry, Larry Bird, Mark Price, Reggie Miller, Dirk Nowitzki, Malcolm Brogdon, along with his teammate Kevin Durant and head coach Steve Nash. What up, Jose? I'm having to do this video again, and because I tried to record it, but there's some technical difficulties. You're hearing me clearly, right? I think so. I hope so. If not, this sucks, and this is the worst thing ever, and I don't even know what to do anymore. But that shouldn't, from what it seems like, you should be able to hear me. I think. I hope. And if you want further insight, Syracuse University point guard icon Sherman Douglas, who played 11 seasons in the NBA, and 2 of those NBA seasons with the Nets, weighed in on the rumors as well. Kyrie is vital to the Nets' success this season. To even think about trading him is absurd. It's going to take the Lakers a while to get their chemistry together, and we'll see how that works out. But if you trade him, you're not going to get equal value back. I don't care what package you come up with. He is a special talent. So what type of sense would it make to take a step back in a season where you should be favored to win it all? And if it weren't for injuries, you very well may have won it all last season. My mistake. Of course, no disrespect to Milwaukee because they did an amazing job. But my point is, it makes no sense to break that team up. Then he also went on. Douglas went on to offer his valuation of Kyrie as a point guard and leader. Sweet. Kyrie's skill set is not just ball handling, but of shooting, passing, and scoring. Let me try that again. Kyrie's skill level of not just ball handling, but of shooting, passing, and scoring is one of the best I've ever seen. He can do it all. He's one of those point guards where you just have to say, I hope he's off tonight. And with the way Brooklyn plays and spreads the floor with shooters, which leaves the defender on the island by himself with Kyrie, you want to send help, but you can't because of all the shooters. And as a leader, one of the many things that impressed me with Kyrie is that he can take a step back and let the other guy score. When he sees Durant scoring or Harden has it going or whatever, he has the humility to take a step back and allow the guys to get off when he knows he could be doing the same exact level of scoring. And I've seen Harden do that as well. It's not a competition, and that's special. You don't just throw it out away because chemistry isn't easy to come by and they gel quickly. So everyone Etan Thomas agreed with that on the court, Kyrie's invaluable. And we know a lot of the off-field things that Kyrie is going through. His charity work for people. How he really isn't just a basketball player. His primary focus, he plays basketball, but he has so many other things that he's concerned about that take precedent in his life over basketball that he's said himself. If you want to read the rest of the story, it's on basketballnews.com. It's the piece written by Etan Thomas. I suggest you check it out. He talks, and Etan puts more quotes in his analysis on Kyrie's work off the court as well, and the kind of character Kyrie Irving has. But we all know the media doesn't want to bring up how great a person Kyrie is. They're only in it for negativity, for the drama and clicks and views and all that other nonsense. And in fact, I'll read a little more. I'll read something else Isaiah Thomas had to say. This is as far as Kyrie off the field. I love the sensitivity that he shows in the community, in particular people who are in poverty. I am one who grew up in poverty, so I benefited from the charitable generosity and goodwill of others, and it's appreciated that more than many people know because he doesn't have to do that, and he doesn't do it to be seen doing it. Things leak out, of course, because that's the age we live in, but he would rather keep everything quiet, and that shows how genuine of a person he is, because he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart, not for recognition or to embarrass the person he's helping, which happens too often. So I have all the respect and admiration in the world for him. Like, so all this talk about Kyrie Irving getting traded and packages for Ben Simmons and all this other bull. See, this is why I had to get away from mainstream media, because they have agenda, and I got you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm about to head off shortly. I just wanted to read that and give what I view on it. Kyrie Irving, first of all, he's a great player. He's going to take care of his business. He has interests outside of basketball, things that really mean way more to him than the game of basketball. It's just that if it was just playing basketball, it'd be no problem. But Kyrie Irving understands the kind of guy what position he's in, and how he can do things to help, how he can use his platform to help people who need it. But the media doesn't want to talk about that. The media wants to create dissension for whether it be personal, whether it be because they're working for someone, whoever they're aligned with. Two guys I would we know who. So I'll save that bullshit for another time. But that's what it is on that front. I personally, listen. They're New York, so I don't want them to win over the Knicks because I'm a Knicks fan. But if they win the championship, I will not be upset. If the Bucks win the championship, I won't be upset. But this is the nonsense that the media tries to pull, and they don't want Kyrie to be an individual. They don't want individuals. And shout out to Casino for Life, because he did a video about this hours ago. Not even a whole 24 hours ago, he put out a video about how they don't want you to be an individual, which is true. So, and weird, because I did a little bit of that yesterday. So yeah, that's really it. There's not much else for me to say. Just shout out to Casino for Life. Go subscribe and check out his page. Definitely check out the videos he's done today. All his videos, but as far as it pertains to this topic, with people with their agendas and whatnot, take a look at the video he did in the late hours of the night. He did a live. Check that out. Shout out to Etan Thomas, Basketball News. Read the piece yourself. We're trying to tell you people that mainstream media ain't nothing. Like, they ain't nothing. They're just here to control you. They want to control they want to control the images, the information they put out. They wanted to use it to control whatever narratives they have. So make sure you do your own research and actually examine who you're watching and what you're watching for just that. Shout out to Kwame Brown Bus Life, former teammate of Etan Thomas. Check out his page, of course. My man Seahawks Jose Rodriguez, he came by. I appreciate that. I think I caught him and he was planning to do a video himself, so he should stop by. I appreciate that, bro. Welcome to HDTV. He's doing the lives tonight with the college games. So when he's ready, he'll put out the live. We'll be over there. Remember, welcome HDTV. Welcome the number 2, and after the HDII TV. Dang, I'm trying to think. Shout out to who did it this time. Who did it's one word and then space, and then this time one word as well. Shout out to AJ Graves. He put on, dear goodness, I'll get it right. He put out a few videos, some music last night. I highly suggest you check it out. He's damn good at what he does, and I recommend you check it out. I'll sort out. I'll fix the title later. I'll get done when I'm done with the video. I'll get done with that. The live. I'll put my Twitter in the description box and that sort of information. Anything you want me to talk about or share my opinion on, just let me know. Comment section. You can message me on Twitter. Though Twitter is weird because apparently the @ is @0scrub. I don't understand that because I have the same username on Twitter as I have on YouTube, Scrub0. But I'll put it in the box, in the description box. If I need to leave a pen comment, let me know. I'll make sure to do all that. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hopefully you're not having some technical difficulties like I had, because that was some nonsense, but I'm over it mostly. And to whoever I didn't shout out, I apologize. I'll get you in the next one. Appreciate everyone who checks us out. And we're out of here. Remember, tonight, HD's channel, live stream. We gonna chop it up. And until then, Scrub0, catch you on the flip side.